Greetings. I'm not quite at liberty to give out my information or name, but I'm sure most of you know me as L, or possibly Ryuzaki. To be terribly honest, the only reason I'm doing this is because Watari says that we should extend our search for Kira to the public, since the public eye might help us a bit in our investigation. But he also says that I will probably have to not stay a mystery to the public eye to avoid any kind of controversy, which has already begun once I started the investigation and refused to give the public any information whatsoever on myself or those working with me. So, to earn a bit of the public's trust, I am answering a few of the questions they've had for me, which I agreed to do so through multiple different platforms of social media. If you're wondering where I am, what that noise is, or why my pants have holes in them, the pants are because Watari has not been home for quite a while, and I do not know how to fix this. The room is because I'm being kept in a separate area than my usual place, as to make sure no one can track me using background or any kind of hints. So filming in this area that is not where I usually stay will prevent any form of tracking. And the noise is the animal being kept by the person whose room I'm using. Anyway, skipping through the last few things that I'm assuming you might want to ask, I'll leave that open for you to do so on your own, as if you have more questions for me, I will most likely be doing this more than just now, so please do leave them below, and I will be sure to get to them. Now then, question 1. Yellow Bricks Cosplay asks, if you could choose someone to kill with the Death Note, who would it be? I wouldn't kill someone with the Death Note, but I'm assuming I don't really have a choice in the matter, so if I had to kill someone, it would be whoever made the Death Note, to avoid another person getting their hands on it, to, just shorten the possibilities of different crime sprees happening that I couldn't trace back to any person. But I'd probably keep the Death Note after whoever made it was killed, as to use it as a form of tracking in case another one dropped down, like what happened in our own case, which is just making things an even worse mess. Question 2. Side Street Cosplay asks, L, how much cake have you eaten today? Yes. Question 3. Peku1362.og. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that, which I'm sure I am. L, do you like Kira in any way? Not like, more what he does. I understand what Kira is trying to do. Please stop interrupting me. I understand what Kira is trying to do, but his version of justice is not correct. It is up to the justice system to handle things like that, and it is not for someone to take it upon themselves to kill people. Murdering a murderer makes you just as bad as said murderer. But we all have our own forms of justice. That same person whose name I'm not going to attempt to pronounce again asked a second question. L, do you secretly have a crush on Light? Light is a college student. No, he's not a college student. Light is a high school student, and I am an adult. I'm not interested in children. A mysterious Mr. Anon asks, are you a cop? No, I'm a detective. A second Anon asks, who did you like more, Mello or Nier? It didn't really depend on who I liked more. I didn't have a preference for either of them. They were both chosen for a reason. And, quite frankly, I didn't have a personality in mind to be picked out. They were going to be tested, and eventually the more capable of the two would have been chosen. I know many people seem to think that Mello would not have been a suitable choice because of his over-emotional side, but he was chosen for a reason. I never make mistakes. I want you to remember that. I would not have just chosen Mello for no reason at all, same as I would not have just chosen Nier, who is not exactly like me, which a lot of people seem to say as well. We are not twins in any way, other than possible appearance and small quirks, such as his hair twirling or his obsession with certain things. Although I don't really have any obsessions, do know Nier's way of thinking much exceeds my own. The two of them together would make a far greater detective than I could ever be. A third Anon has asked, what did you think of Ryuk? I don't know who that is. A fourth Anon asked, What did you think of the Shinigami you did meet? I did not get a chance to know very much about said Shinigami. They were quite elusive and mysterious. So the time I did spend around the one that ultimately ended my life, I did not have enough time to form an opinion on said person. It seems that that is all the questions I've been asked as of late. If you would like to add questions, again, please do feel free to comment them down below. I will be continuing this series as long as I have material to work off of. Aside from that, I'm starting a very new investigation fairly soon, with a co-worker who I'm not very fond of, but I don't really have a choice but to work with him. I'm sure you'll get some more news on that soon if you don't already know exactly who it is I'm talking about. To tie things together, I do hope you enjoyed this conversation and that our bond has grown significantly stronger, so you'll be willing to assist us in our Kita investigation. It's been nice talking to you.